Well, hello. Today is a kind of special video. It's been 8 months since my esophagectomy. So I thought it would be a good idea to just touch base with those people who happen to come along and find my video for whatever reason, and let you know what it's like for me 8 months after my esophagectomy. Now, after my esophagectomy, I did go through chemo, and I just finished chemo a little over a month ago, I believe it was. So I know a lot of people wonder about like what am I going to be able to eat? You know, how's that going to work? And in the beginning, the thing was for me is just eating things that were not going to trigger any kind of acid, because for me, when I have acid reflux, it comes up and it gets caught in my throat. There's a little pouch where they made the connection after the esophagectomy, and it gets hung. That acid goes into that pouch and it just burns, and it just sits there, and I have to find ways to try and rinse it out. And it's excruciating. So eating foods that were not going to trigger that, eating foods that was easy, you know, your stomach has been reconstructed. So anything that you can do to make it easy on your stomach, that's what you want to do. You know, so for me, I wanted things that was easy for my stomach to process. I chew things so much more thoroughly than I used to. This is the first part of your digestion. You know, so you need to make sure that you're chewing things very well. And, you know, like if you have vegetables, you want things that are soft and easy to process, you know. Now that it's been 8 months, a few days ago, I had broccoli. Now, so I had a few pieces of broccoli, pretty good sized pieces, and everything went fine. I've had chili. I've had spaghetti. I've stayed away from bacon. I did have a hot dog one day. Now, I will say, after the hot dog, I had a few days where I felt full. Like, even though I hadn't eaten anything through the day, I felt like I'd already ate. And I was worried that my stomach wasn't emptying, that there was some kind of chink in the chain, and, that my stomach wasn't emptying. And I was thinking, well, I hope it wasn't that hot dog that I ate. But for the most part, it really seems like now, 8 months since the surgery, is I can eat pretty much anything that I want. But I just haven't, I'm still really leery about eating things that are really hard for the body to process. I don't eat steak. I have not had any steak, and I don't know that I will ever have a steak again. So that is one thing that I've stayed away from. Because again, you just want to make sure that your body is able to process what you're putting into it all the way through. So, I'm doing really good. Capacity for eating has gotten bigger. My surgeon actually said, I was able to utilize a lot of the stomach. You're going to have a good size stomach. Now, it kind of weighs on my mind, hey, the stomach is in my chest. But I went to Whataburger yesterday, and I was able to eat the whole Whataburger. So yeah, and fried foods. They say stay away from fried foods, and I still have not had a McDonald's French fry since the surgery, or really hardly any French fries at all. I did bake some fries one time, but it just made me feel a little icky after that. So, a lot of people don't have as good of results as me. And a lot of people don't catch it as early as I have. And I don't know where you are in the process if you're going through the process, but I wish you the best. So for me, it's still about just keeping up with what I eat through the day, making sure that I'm chewing everything up really well, taking notice of, how easy things are for my body to process and the way that my body's responding to what I eat. So it's going to be different for different people, but, just make mental notes for yourself. I mean, even keep a food diary if you want to, and keep up with, what is easy for you to process, and things will get easier as time goes on. So now I will say that, this has made me eat a lot healthier, because I don't eat fried foods and eating all these things that are easy to process. Plus I don't eat as much. I just came off my blood pressure medication. I don't have to take blood pressure medication anymore. I don't have high blood pressure. So there are positive things to all of this. So you just got to keep moving forward through the bad days till you get to the good ones. So, but definitely acid reflux is a nightmare. So do things to avoid that coming up, and just be mindful of what you're putting into your body. If I ever decide to risk it with a steak, I'll let you guys know, and I'll let you know how it turned out. But I don't see that anytime soon. I don't know, maybe my birthday or something. But I don't want to give myself a bad birthday present. Anyway, I'm trying to make sure there's nothing that I'm forgetting. And please, if you have any questions on 8 months after surgery for me, please put it in the comments and I will answer you back. But those are the two main things for me, is just trying to make sure that I don't have these acid reflux attacks, and making sure that I'm eating things that my body's going to be able to process, and being mindful of when I've had a bowel movement, and if I haven't had it in a couple of days, taking Miralax or some other type of laxative, to keep things moving. I want to keep things moving. So I want you to keep moving as well. So wherever you are, I hope that you're having a good day. And thanks for joining me 8 months after the surgery. And enjoy the day you have.